Hello, this is old Mr. Ken again, and this is lesson 8. And if you've gotten this far, I'm super proud of you. If you've gone through all the lessons, and I hope you have. Now, if you've just jumped to get up to here to this lesson and skipped lesson 7, it's going to be a little more difficult for you because in lesson 7, I showed you how to span the octave with your thumb and little finger, and then you need to practice playing that way, because when we get to lesson 8 here, you're going to do more with your right hand, and I like to call it something like a quartet chord. When you hear a quartet, you got everybody singing a different note. Well, that's what we're going to do today in lesson 8. So, and by the way, this is probably the last lesson, and if you have any questions or anything, be sure and comment, and I'll answer them. So let's get started using the quartet chord, and I'll show you how that works. All right, let's get started. If you remember back to lesson 7, instead of just playing a note like I showed you how to use an octave span. Okay, it sounds much better to be playing those two notes at the same time. Your music is more full. But now in this one here, if we're going to do, you know how in a quartet or a trio, everybody sings on a different note. So let's just take, and for instance, let's say that we're going to do Jingle Bells, and we're going to have a guy up here and a guy down here, or a girl and a guy, it doesn't matter. Anyway, and now we're going to have another person comes in. That's different, isn't it? Hear that? That's called harmony. Okay, so that's that would be a trio. Now then, we're going to do it. If we're going to have this note, we got to make a C note. You see that chord? That's a C chord. Okay, so now that's better than. See how much better that sounds? So if you want your music to be full, then after you learned how to span, now you start learning how to use the chord that you're playing. Now, for instance, you wouldn't go, you would go on the last beat of the measure, but you don't need to worry about what that is. But anyway, it sounds like it. Okay. Here we go. Excuse me. That's how I do it, and sometimes you want to use more, but on the last beat. Okay, so that's what you would do. So then let's see if I can do this here. Oops. Okay, I haven't practiced. Anyway, so here we go. See, so all these other notes that you're playing melody with, well, then you don't have to do that. You can if you want, but it's a lot more work. But to get started, just put it on the last beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we're going to go, if you practice with Jingle Bells. So the next thing you're going to want to do is now we're going to go up to the, now down on the left side, you're going to be playing the F note, F chord, okay? So now we got to play the F chord up here. Okay, or we could do that. But anyway, that would make it good, okay? So we go, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun, oh, what fun it. And you can do it however you want. Oh, what fun it is to ride. Oh, what fun it is to ride. See, and then in a one-horse open sleigh. Now, if you're going to do the G chord, if you're here, then you would do this. See, you switch your fingers around and play the chord. So you've got all the chords that you use with your left hand. Now you learn to start using them with your right hand. And like I said, just put it at the end of each, at the end of each part. Anyway, so here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride. Now, here we got this other one. In a one, see there? That's the A chord. And then we got to go to the G chord. Okay? So that's what you need to practice in order to make your music feel full. That's not important. I went for years just doing the span thing. But then, eventually you're going to decide you want to do this other part. This is not a requirement to be able to play by ear. It's just something I throw in as pretty much the last lesson, and that is to make your music sound full. Start using chords in the right hand, and your music will sound much better. Okay? And that's about all I've got for this lesson. If you've worked your way up this far, I want to congratulate you. And like I said, you can make all the comments you want, and I'll answer them. I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.